Всем привет, друзья! С вами Алексей, мы продолжаем играть в Honkai Star Rail. И, значит, опыт освоения у меня 46-й, почти 47-й. Чувствую, что надо уже как-то быстрее качаться до 50-го, потому что равновесие, чтобы 4 получить. Чувствую уже в разных инстах мне тяжело, и хочется добывать там разные крутые вещи, да, а ты не можешь просто. Вот, например, по реликвиям, вот, беда. Вот. Можно, конечно, попытаться крафтить, да, но все равно вот, чтобы усилить, тоже куча шмота надо. О, смотрите, можем усилить что-то. Даже на 1 уровень не хватило нам, да? Не, подожди. На 3 хватило. Что-то не прошло у нас просто. И все. Тяжело шмот доставать. Энергии вообще не хватает. Блин. Чтобы во всяких вселенных там что-то проходить, тоже там не хватает ни хрена ничего. Здесь надо легендарку доставать. Ой, кошмар, ребятки. А чё у вас фиолет стоит? У нее вообще синь стоит. Ладно, окей. Будем, в общем, сюжетку проходить дальше. Ну, да, потому что и сюжетка, в принципе, интересная. А что нам надо? Нам надо расспросить кого-то, чего-то сделать. Подожди. Куда нам? Куда туда показывают, и я не понимаю, куда бежать. Здесь же тупик. Как мне туда наверх попасть? Здесь нет прыжка. Кстати, завтра уже выходит игра новая от разработчиков. ZZZ, короче. Вот. Так, а походу нам как-то надо вот так вот оббегать. Что здесь? Что вы здесь сидите? Драка! Давайте, пускай будут друг друга мочить. Давай. Ребят, я этот текст уже пропускаю, потому что это чисто, знаете, такая болтовня не не сюжетная, скажем так. Так, а здесь у нас магазин есть? Что ты продаешь? Давай посмотрим, что... Ох ты! Для крафта вот эту всякую хреньку продает. Можно, конечно, купить, покрафтить что-нибудь. Нифига, 39 тысяч. Ха! Да.
Hiding out at the Divination Commission. That's a bold decision.
Такое ощущение, что я вообще не туда перешел, и я не понимаю, куда мне надо. Телепортироваться поближе? Конечно, телепортироваться. И нахрен я туда... Смотри, все равно меня вот сюда вот вернуло, да? Подожди, здесь это... лестница. Все, нам вот сюда вот. О, все! Мы нашлись, мы не потерялись.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Мне надо войти. Так, да, вот мы вошли.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon.
Так. Я забыл это авто включить.
She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a general. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins."
Но ведь вам приятно быть генералом.
Generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be enjoying myself? All I can do is get used to it.
I think she's enjoying herself.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the general promised. They're finally here! Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Wow, nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Так. А чё, вроде все пошли и все.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron Crisis, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus Rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection. Not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, where should we begin?
Давайте поначалу все.
It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy. acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the Abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. The Stellaron Hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Fantilia.
Так, ну что, мы докопались до сути или нет?
That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong. It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you—
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission.
Так, ну что, телепортируемся.
The next destination? Up to you.
Сундуков здесь нигде нету, а то мне надо закрыть квест. О, Пёся. Испытание ледяного клинка. Ладно, давайте по квесту мы побежим все-таки, потому что это все-таки побочный квест такой вот. Все, отвязался от нас собачка. Ха.
I just bought a new star skiff and I crashed it. Talk about
Ничего нету. Жадные. Могли бы сундуков
I
побольше.
see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madam Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me.
Мы посетим
I've
церемонию.
instructed
Всё.
Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wish.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
Вот, побежали. А еще знаете, что хорошо? Здесь есть хорошая, полноценная, офигенная озвучка, ребят. И читая субтитры и слыша англоязычную речь, да, вы таким образом, те, кто не знает английский, много запоминаете новых слов.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd returned. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Annie Cassiter's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yenming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yenming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Ting Yun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became the rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Ting-Yun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yan Ming got? We should take a look.
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is I've never seen Miss Ting-Yun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me, could it? All right, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here. Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
Так, нам надавали всякие предметы. О, чё, побежали. Куда бежать?
I've never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do here.
Так, нам походу по той лестнице спускаться надо. Ай, за мной собака бежит. Я убегаю от нее. Не догнала меня, лошара.
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today?
Так, мы разносим подарки от госпожи Тинь-Юнь.
This is the tea Miss Ting-Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting-Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new... I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting-Yun today? Miss Ting-Yun.
We found this box of seeds among her belongings. I'm sure Miss Ting-Yun would have liked for you to have it.
Thank you. All of you. I think I should give something to Ting-Yun in return. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make it, seeing as Ting-Yun won't be able to try it.
The next destination? Up to you.
А, подожди, а здесь торговец где-то какой-то есть. Не очень понимаю.
The Wafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
Куда нам надо-то? Это я уже куда-то убежал. Показывает, что здесь что-то надо.
Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Sanjo? Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real... Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it.
Слушай, а торговый автомат здесь, а что здесь? О, нифига себе. И что это дает? Восстанавливает 30 энергии выбранному союзнику. Угу. Увеличить силу атаки всех союзников на 5%, плюс 170 к силе атаки. Интересно, конечно, можно попробовать взять. Здесь якорь. Блин, как красиво сделана локация вообще. Реклама. Хм. Так, мне к тебе, что ли, надо? Как к тебе попасть там?
Spices Supreme! Check it!
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Tingyun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto, you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it... Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aurum Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right? This is real, right? The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control. It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. I can't believe that she'll never taste it again. Please.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Так, мы получили сообщение. Ну, что там? Дали нам еще какое-то задание, но это ладно. Мы пока бежим по основному, ребят. Так, подожди, вот это можно разрушить? Нет?
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now.
Прикиньте, как Вильту тяжело, он весь такой одетый в плаще, в шарфе, блин, там, в штанах. А эти вообще полуголые бегают, блин, вообще без штанов.
Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should...
Да, только одно, что ли, можно поместить или еще?
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring.
This is the tea that Meng made? This is a gift from Miss Yen?
This time we meet.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting Yun. I will seek out the truth, and if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
The next destination? Up to you.
Так, нам вниз или куда? Или, блин, наверное, наверх. Можно было и не сбегать.
That lady is crying her eyes out.
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Luofu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
Two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
Опять куда-то бежать.
The next destination? Up to you.
Так, стопе. Я знаю этот путь. Надо как-то вот здесь вот так вот пробегать. Уже блуждал здесь.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall. But this oath shall never. The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here.
Короче, он пейджер нам дарит.
No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yep, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Don Hung.
General.
In accordance with the Edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Lawfu.
Nice!
Это вот называется без вины виноватый, блин.
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of... While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled.
Так, счеты нам дали. Чё там надо?
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gates reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Don Hung. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himeko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou?
Нет, не хочу я никого навещать, я хочу идти по сюжету. А то сейчас 1000 побочных миссий вот этих всех.
Fine, fine. Don Hung and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
Так. Вернитесь на экспресс и доложите Химика. И как мне вернуться на экспресс?
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
А вот и я.
You're back! Welt was telling me about your experiences. I'm more than a little envious. The Ambrosial Arbor, the Ebon Deer, the Divination Commission Matrix, Scale Gorge Waterscape. I pestered Don Hung to tell me about his experiences, but alas, what could have been a magnificent saga was reduced to a few words and a grunt. Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Так.
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember?
О, Пенакония, да.
The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Shipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Cienjo, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Genuine. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Cienjo to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Вот, опыт нам дали, освоение, еще что-то там нам дали. Так, давайте посмотрим. Ты тут? Нет. Еще одна миссия. Блин, смотрите, сколько всего.
Time to head to the next stop. Let's meet up with everyone in the parlor car.
Так, давайте посмотрим, что у нас происходит. Достижение, во-первых, у нас появилось какое-то, да? Получить. Звездный нефрит получили. Прыжок. Сколько у меня там? Хватает мне на прыжок? 202. Так и не достал я светлячка. Тяжело, тяжело, блин. Опять хрень выпала. Да что ж ты будешь делать-то, а? Вот не везет мне. Я не знаю, сколько я уже потратил всего. Ой. Да, кстати, 47 уровень освоения. Это неплохо. Где Пом-Пом? Да иди туда. А, да, все. Вот как раз вот все.
Pom Pom knows how to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Ahem! Apologies for the delay, dear passengers. Something important came up, so I, the conductor, had to spend some time preparing.
Yeah, what was so important?
I thought everyone knew. Our next destination is the planet of festivities, Penacony! I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous Stellar Hotel, but before we set off, I should remind everyone of 3 things. First, Penacony is located in Asdana, a star system brimming with Memoria, which has historically been one of the macro voids that leaked out from the memory zone. Even after eons, the Memoria concentration up ahead is above. Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so if you exhibit any signs of dizziness, Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation to other factions. Please remember that the Express has been invited as a guest, and that we must adhere to and
Got it. When in Rome, as they say. Don't worry, conductor.
Rome? Anyway, third and final. If you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help inquire about a few of the nameless.
Allow me to explain. Just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, it was an IPC frontier prison, and it was the Trailblaze that connected it to thousands of stars. During that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call. Don't worry, just think of it as returning to your hometown. Following the Express's departure, the Stellarons cut off contact to myriad worlds, and Penacony's ownership switched hands several times. Why did these nameless choose to stay here? How did the course of their subsequent lives unfold? And what legacies did they leave behind? Retracing our predecessors' footsteps. That is, and it's even if they left the stars behind them, their trailblaze would not be open. According to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan, Legwork, and Rosalina, the Express's guard, mechanic, and surveyor, respectively. No supplementary details are available.
Just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like their real names either.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, we'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point.
I'll broadcast an announcement before we...
There's still some time before the jump. I should talk to everyone.
Во-первых, Пом-Пом, ты где-то опять, блин...
Is this a letter?
Да зашибись, а где Пом-Пом-то? Я хочу награды свои получить. Ай, ладно, пока болтовня.
You're the picture of calm, as always. Meanwhile, I trust Penacony. But regarding the family's invitation...
How's it going? All packed and ready? There probably won't be any surprises. Well, rest and recuperation aside, don't forget Pom-Pom's request.
Так. Фига себе комнатка. Охренеть.
Camera, check. Extra clothes, check. Toiletries. Aw, drat! The travel bottles I ordered haven't arrived. Although, I hear that Penacony's resort, that means I can make more room in my suitcase. What else should I bring?
Возьми меня.
You won't fit in the suitcase. Can't you? Maybe I should bring some novels or comic. This is hard.
Охренеть, тут у нее комнатка, о, зеркало. Так, и чё, сюда нам, наверное, да?
Ah, I spoke to Mr. Yang. I'll be staying on the express this time. Thank you. I appreciate the invitation, but I don't like pay no mind to the matters concerning the Xianzhou. Penacony isn't the final stop on our... I'd advise double-checking your bags. Word is that the family's customs...
Так, хорошо.
It's about time. I should find a seat.
Hi! Hello! Attention all passengers! The express is about to make the jump! The express is about to make the jump! Please be seated and hold on! The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not another one. Come with me.
Чё, блин? Это мы в мир грез, что ли, какой-то попали, или чего?
These questions have no meaning, but I will answer you
О,
as best
я
as I
угадал,
can.
да.
This is the border between reality and the memory zone, a dreamscape. Right this moment, you and I have coincidentally shared the same dreamscape.
Короче, мне надо в мире грез в какой-то отель, там это фарм этих мелодий каких-то, которые мне нужны для прокачки вот моей Лили. Надеюсь, я хотя бы сдвинусь с места по прокачке.
It is an occurrence that we have become accustomed to for so long. So, come with me. I'll take you home.
Какой домой? Ты чё, блин?
Left, the end of the corridor. I will wait there for you.
Что здесь есть? Ни хрена, я побегу вообще в другую. Да иди ты в задницу, блин. Не там она. Мне интересно, вдруг здесь что есть.
Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever. Open this door. Take a look at the mesmerizing dreamscape. Well, you can still...
О, ни хрена себе здесь.
This is... no way.
This way. After you.
Am I supposed to walk up the wall?
Что?
How is this even possible?
Why not?
She can hear the thoughts in my head?
we're almost there. Can you still walk? You're funny. If you can crack jokes, you're probably
это
fine.
Ахерон.
Don't stop.
С нами.
Don't turn back. Don't look down. Or up, for that matter. These voices... They're just shadows of the dreamscape. Pay no heed to them.
Куда ты так втопила? Я сейчас тебя догоню, блин.
We're here.
Welcome to the reverie. May you experience
О, отель грезы, да, вот это мне
unforgettable
нужно.
holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge.
Leave this realm and rise as you would on any other day. Forget this fortuitous encounter and return whence you came. But before you do, I would make a request of you. You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude, but I wish
Я
to
уже думал,
know.
она попросит разбуди меня в 8 часов
Have we met
пописать.
somewhere before?
Блин, возможно.
You evoke memories of an old friend. In the haze of my recollections, she stood shoulder to shoulder with me. Much like this surreal dreamscape where we... May I ask you a few more questions? I tend to forget things, which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. The answer is inconsequential. For instance, when you awaken in your room, your lips speak several names. Are they your companions? Family? Enemies? You seem to have forged unbreakable bonds with many people and many incidents. Might I ask if you fear losing these bonds?
Да вот не знаю. Да ни хрена, я не знаю. Что ты пристала ко мне?
Then, if there was a vast dreamscape, so lifelike it's indistinguishable from reality. There, no one faces life's separations or deaths. Everyone attains their deserved happiness and lives joyfully ever after. I would ask, would you wish to stay?
Зависит от того, какую цену придется за это заплатить.
Now, imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, everyone and every face they remember, the joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging. All will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey?
О, блин. Да вот не знаю.
I know this is hard. You don't have to be hard-pressed to make a decision. As I have said, the answer is inconsequential. Hearing, touch, thought. Through these you gain emotions. Cherish them. With emotions, we make choices. And so we return to the original question. I would ask, do you still remember me?
I understand. How interesting. For a split second, it felt like countless versions of you, alike yet distinct, gave entirely different responses. That was my final question. Thank you. We all have our paths to walk, so we shall bid our farewell. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long night, I'm afraid you will face many tribulations and witness many tragedies. And finally, your sight will only see black and white. But please believe me that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once more. What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
Ё-моё.
What's wrong? Why are you crying all of a sudden?
Так, мне снилось, что меня разрубили клинком.
Sounds like you had a nightmare. We just arrived in Astana and already... you should be careful. It seems your tolerance to... Don't fret. Dreams are often the reverse of reality. While you were sleeping, the express arrived at Panic. Can you imagine? Yesterday's grim frontier prison is today's lavish hotel. I wish I could wander Panic. Gear up and make sure you've got everything. And before you step out, swing by...
Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
Во-первых, давай поговорим с Пом-Помом. О, а это что такое? Торжественный нагрудник рыцаря. А кому он мне нужен? Хрен его знает. Блин, на 48-м соточку дадут. Неплохо. Так, что у нас, значит, сообщение, это понятно. Достижение. О, достижение у нас что-то получили. Окей. Здесь ничего у нас нового не появилось. Потому что вот у меня получается, вот фигня в чем заключается-то. Реликвии, ой, нет, не реликвии, следы. Вот, например, чтобы вот это достать, да? Чешелист, отель грез, мир грез. Как туда попасть мне сейчас, вот хрен его знает. Здесь у меня тоже еще все половина заблокирована. Так, а это иллюзия конца. А я могу участвовать или не могу?
The next destination, up to you.
Это где две команды вроде бы у нас, да? Вы можете использовать текущий отряд для одиночного испытания узла 1, чтобы получить больше... Так, подожди, вы можете использовать текущий отряд для одиночного испытания узла 1 или узла 2. Значит, сменить отряд. Так я ж вот тебя ж победил. Чего? Зачем мне устанавливать опять? Странная ситуация, конечно, непонятно. Мы же победили. Ну, экипировано, все хорошо. Вроде писала про одиночный отряд. Чего, блин, хотят?
High threat target ahead.
Потому что тот как бы был побежден. А, блин, вот надо разбираться. Не все еще понятно.
You are doomed to fail.
Stay back, Clara.
Our position is so.
Stay back, Clara. Are you all right?
I'm okay. You bully! I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Freeze to death.
As you command.
А мне удачи хотя бы дадут.
Leave it to me. Hide.
Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Let's improvise.
Bully, I'm okay.
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin. Take courage. A world devoured by ice. Witness the avalanche.
Time to show you. What's in your prescription?
Timely treatment.
Need a doctor?
Let's begin.
Dreams do come true. Judgment of eternal winter. Resistance is futile.
Stay back, Clara. Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Eliminating threat.
Resistance is futile.
As you command.
Let me tend your wounds.
Thanks.
Leave it to me.
I'll never forget you.
Когда такие долгие бои, давайте, ладно, авто поставим и посмотрим, что будет. Что нам заморачиваться-то?
As you command. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Freeze to death.
Fine.
What's in your prescription?
Hide.
Help me, Mr. Sora.
Let the show begin. A world devoured by ice. The eternal freeze will bury you.
Annihilate. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Judgment of eternal winter.
Пока вот все хорошо идет. Сейчас пару хороших пробитий. Главное щит с нее сейчас сбить весь, и будет хорошо.
Annihilate.
Let the show begin.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Dreams do come true.
Hide.
Let's improvise.
Так, вот здесь вот мы победили, хорошо. А, ой, последнюю фазу. А чё, блин? Какого хрена?
Time for the old world to collapse. The Stellaron changes everything.
Annihilate. Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Dreams do come true.
Eliminating threat.
You fools.
As you command.
Нам бы сейчас полечиться бы.
The only redemption.
Hide.
Power translates into hope.
Stay back, Clara.
Let the show begin.
Engulf the past.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Power
У нее какой-то щит прям жесткий, блин.
The only redemption. Power translates into hope.
Ё-моё, сейчас Вельт сдохнет.
As you command.
Нет, скорее всего, я здесь проиграю, потому что, блин, ну что-то это жескач какой-то. Прям как-то все жестко пошло.
Power translates into hope.
Stay back, Clara.
The only redemption.
Я ее вообще не пробиваю.
Power translates into hope.
As you command.
Let the show begin.
Are you all right? Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Hide.
Power translates into hope.
Stay back, Clara.
В общем, друзья, там я проиграл, но зато мы получили еще награды с вами. Вот, отлично. Для прыжка у нас ничего не хватает, там, наверное, да? 72 у нас только, да? И здесь билетиков нету. А здесь в магазине что у нас там происходит? Здесь 30, нам нужно 90. Понятно, ничего нам не хватает. Ну вот, ребят, вот так вот. В общем, вот такой вот выпуск получился. Ну, что могу сказать? Проходим потихонечку до Пинакони, или как она там называется правильно, добрались сейчас, да? Вот, будем дальше проходить. Вот, я еще пофармлю, наверное, немножко. Вот, а потом продолжим сюжет проходить. Все, ребятки, спасибо, что посмотрели. Не забываем ставить лайки, подписываться на канал, оставлять свои комментарии. Всем пока!